The year 2025 could be considered as one of the worst years for Gukesh. From the high of 2024, from winning the candidates to winning the chess Olympiad and now the World Championship, 2025 has been a very sobering month for Gukesh. 11 months, the closest he came to achieving real glory was the Tata Steel Chess Tournament in Vaikanzi, but he lost out on the tiebreakers in that. Yes, he did beat Hikaru Nakamura and Magnus Carlsen in Norway, but he still ended up third. Freestyle was an absolute nightmare for him. Even in certain events in the Grand Chess Tour, in the Grand Swiss and in the World Cup, it's been a nightmare for him. In the World Cup, he was eliminated in round 3 by Friedrich Swana of Germany. And now, speaking to the Indian Express, Gukesh's coach Grzegorz Gajewski has mentioned that why there is a problem. Is there a problem? The first major thing that Grzegorz Gajewski mentioned is Gukesh playing too much chess. Now remember, Gukesh played in the European Club Championships in Rhodes. Then he went to St. Louis for the clutch chess tournament. Then he came to the World Cup when there was no need for him to play the World Cup. But then Gajewski mentioned that the constant amount of playing chess, why is Gukesh doing that in 2025? He's saying, I don't playing, he's playing so much more chess. Earlier, he was playing a lot mini open tournaments. Open tournaments are not as attractive for him as they used to be. He's getting invites from everywhere. Now that he's the world champion, many people are like inviting, oh, play this tournament, play that tournament. Maybe Gukesh wants to play, he doesn't want to play. Maybe he wants to prove himself. He's caught up in this catch-22 situation. Now, that is the reason why he's getting more invitations. He's getting open tournaments. He's not wanting to play that much. He's only wanting to improve in certain facets of the game. But is that proving to be an impediment for his world championship? Now, Gajewski also mentioned we are trying to improve in all possible formats. This is not a shift. It's just catching up. Now, the common complaint that everyone has against Gukesh is that he is a very bad rapid blitz player. And yes, the results are there. He doesn't do well in rapid and blitz. He lost out to Pragnananda in the rapid tiebreakers in Vaikanzi. Even when you have to look at it, if Ding had taken him to tiebreakers, he would have not won the world championship. Ding is a far superior player. But now, Gukesh has been trying his hand in freestyle chess. He's been trying his luck in rapid tournaments and freestyle and blitz events. It's just not working for him. Maybe it is just adapting to every single dynamic at every single point in time. Now, as far as 2025 is concerned, pointed out, closest he came to winning was Tata Steel Chess, but he lost in the tiebreakers. He had beaten Magnus in Norway, but he came third. Gajewski mentions, it puts you in a difficult situation because you have to come up with new objectives, new ways to motivate yourself. It's kind of a transitional period for Gukesh. We should not forget he's very young and the competition is very strong. Now look, after becoming the world champion, Gukesh has not rested on his laurels. He's been open to the criticism. He's open to the fact that, okay, I need to improve in a lot more formats. That is why he's playing far more often. But it's also subjecting him to a lot of criticism. And remember, with every passing year, the competition in chess is increasing, and that is why it becomes stronger and stronger. Now look at the Chess World Cup in Goa. The German contingent are having a field day in Goa. Be it Friedrich Swana, Rasmus Swana may have gotten eliminated, but he also posed a fight. Matthias Blubum is into the candidates and he's doing well. You have Vincent Kamer, one of the players to win the Chess World Cup. How on earth are you going to stop that with every passing year? So Gukesh, he has to understand the transition now. That's what Gajewski has mentioned at this particular point in time. He just mentions the problems. And Gajewski says some elements that he needs to work on. We don't mean to change his style, just add new elements to it. Now, how he adapts to that new elements in blitz, in freestyle, in rapid, that Gukesh has to adjust mentally. Skill-wise, we know, calculation-wise, he's one of the best. But how do you adjust to that? But he also reckons that because he's the world champion, a lot has changed. Gajewski's clincher, that what he mentioned is that certain opponents play differently now. I wouldn't say they make him a target. He gets more respect from them. This makes them play more responsibly. When he was younger and lower rated, higher rated players were willing to take risks. Now that he's the world champion, many other players who had a different approach to Gukesh now have said, okay, we have to buckle down and play more responsibly. That is why the field is getting stronger. Vincent Kamer 3 years earlier, now he was a second, he will challenge Gukesh each and every time. So players with the aid of technology, with the aid of engines are now managing to ensure that the field is almost level. So that is why heading into 2026, Gukesh faces a tough task. Remember, he can play the World Rapid and Blitz Championships in Doha, but will it help him? That is one thing that we have to look at. Plus now, March, April, the candidates, who's going to be there? The chances of an all-Indian World Championship seems to be decreasing. But one hopes that either Pragnananda or Arjun Erigaisi make it. Arjun Erigaisi, remember, has to win the World Cup or finish in the top 3 so that he can make it to the candidates. Let's hope Gukesh has a very good 2026 because it's his World Championship year. He will have to defend well against the opponent who comes in his way. Maybe it could be a Caruana, maybe it could be a Nakamura. Let's see how it pans out. Thank you so much, folks, for joining us for this video. Subscribe to Sports Today for all the latest news and analysis.